Hello guys, this is a video for making the hair. This hair doesn't really follow the reference, as you can see. Yeah, I made it smaller. I just didn't like that big hair there. And also the fringe, if you look at the reference, is a problem with the reference. Yes, we just get rid of this. The fringe was going this way. If you have a hair partition here, it should go that way. So the fringe was coming to the left rather than going to the right. So yeah, I decided to create my own thing, really. So there you go. Now, let's just see. I'm going to show you how to create those shapes. Hair is one of the most difficult things to do in 3D. It's always been very annoying, very challenging. There are ways of doing real hair, but we're not doing real hair here. We are just showing we're doing stylized hair for our character. There will be another lesson of we do real hair, and then how we can then use the real hair to bake into a mesh for a character, for example, that is going to games. Okay, because we don't want also real hair in games most of the time. Right, I'm going to show you how to do this. So I'm going to get rid of this this hair now. What we need two things. We need a path and we need a shape. So I'm going to go here to my curve and I want a path. There you go. I create my path here. And then I'm going to add a curve circle. It's not a circle mesh, it's circle, curve circle. So I'm going to scale them down. Right. I'm going to rotate my path so you can see better here, 90 degrees. Make sure it's 90. And I'm going to rotate this so you can also see a 90. I'm going to scale this down a little bit more, right, and I'm going to move over here. So it's my path, so I'm going to say I'm going to put this along the path, the circle along this path. Before I do that, I need to apply the scale that I did to avoid any problems. So I come here to object, apply a scale, and I think I'm going to apply only for the path. I apply the rotation as well. I don't want to apply this rotation, otherwise it will go along the path in this direction. So I didn't apply the rotation. I just rotated here for you to see better. But you know, is what we want is this to run along the path like this, in that direction. Okay, so I'm here just to show you. So edit mode, I'm going to change a little bit the shape of this. I don't know. Let's just see. Okay, I'm just making a kind of a little shape here. You can do any shape. You can add points here. You can do all sorts of different shapes, but I'm doing something simple now. Let's say this is going to be the shape of my hair strand. You can do many different ones as well. So there you go. Don't need to apply anything now. So I'm going to my my path and I come down to this line here. It's called Object Data Properties. I don't know why it's got such a difficult name. So I come down to my geometry and I need to tell, I come where the bevel is, object. So come here and the bevel object, and I'm going to decide which is the object, and I was going to run along that path. And then I say, yeah, this is my Bezier circle. Boom. There you go. So that is my circle. So how does that translate into hair? All right. If you come here to edit mode, and what you have here, see if you select the point and you click Shift S, Alt S, yeah. So you can make that bigger and smaller. So we're gonna make that smaller. I can pull fill caps, right? And Alt S, and I'll make that smaller. Yeah. So that's gonna be, and then I can move See, I can decide which shape I want this, right? Okay, so I have my first strand here. So what I'm going to do like this for now. I can come here and I say Alt S and I make it like this. A bit of like a banana kind of thing. If one thing I want to show you, if I then change the shape of this, come back here to object mode. If I change the shape, if you look at this, if I change the shape of that, you see, that is the back of it. So this is the side. So I can do many things. I mean, I can add points and, you know, I can do all sorts of things. Anyway, I'm going to try to get this video short because the other video was quite long, right? So, and also what you can do, I'm going to come to my path here and I go to edit mode, and you also can do things like select the points, maybe select the points, and then you can use that HV's radio as well. You can do that, and you can also, this is fun one, this is the tilt. So if you want, let's say if you want curly hair kind of thing, yeah, look how cool is that. So it's really cool. You can imagine how much you can play with this. It's really nice. I don't want any curls for now, so I'm going to leave it like this. Okay, right. I actually wanted this to be the opposite. I want the round area to be at the front, and I think, yeah, I can tilt. Yeah, I did that. I just used the tilt to, I select all of them. I used the tilt, and that was the other way around. So the flatter area is at the bottom, and this is what I want to be at the top. Okay, so back here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to, how do I put on his head? I'm going to come here and select snapping, and I go to select face. I want to snap on the faces on his head, and I'm going to say, yeah, snap to the active and affect move. I haven't done this, I only done this once. I hope I know I can do it properly here. And the other thing I want to do, I want my cursor pivot point to be here at the tip of the head, not in the middle. So what I can do, I can Shift S. First I'm going to edit mode, I'm going to select this point, Shift S, and I say cursor to selected. So I put my 3D cursor there. Come out of edit mode, and now I need to say that I come here and I say cursor to select. No, sorry. Control Z. Oh. Okay, let's go back again. Edit mode. Shift the cursor to selected. Come out object mode, and now Shift Z. Selection cursor to grid, cursor to order, cursor to selected, cursor. I don't know what's going on. Cursor to grid now. It's going there for some reason. Let me just go here and select the grid. I don't know why that's going on here. So if I select this bit, edit mode, selection to cursor. No, I want this to be there, but I want it to be there as well. I think it's object, oh yeah, set origin to 3D cursor. There you go. Sorry guys, still getting used to all sorts of things. Right, okay, so now I'm going to come here and I'm going to attach, snap to the face in the active object and so on. So let's see if that's going to work. Yeah, it's quite huge at the moment. So I need to kind of have an idea what I'm doing. So the best thing is to start at the back, yeah, and rotate and scale. Yeah, start here from the back and then G. You kind of start like this, sorry. Yeah. Scale, I want slightly bigger. Yeah, supposing that's, you're gonna start from there. And then you can duplicate. And that's how you start putting. You have to be a little bit patient. And once you do this, you can always can rotate. I know it's overlapping, but it's not a problem in this instance because we really want the hair to overlap. G, and I put it there. Yeah, so that's how I kind of start creating the whole back first. Yeah, but what I want to say, I'm not going to do the whole thing here. So you saw how it works. So I can come here and Alt X, for example. I can make it this thinner. I can make, okay, so I don't want to overlap too much. So I can rotate a little bit and kind of live on the top of each other a little bit like that. It depends how you want the hair, but you know, so shift. So if I want to put on the fringe, let's put one here, shift duplicate. And they don't need to be, let me just show you one more thing. So G and rotate. Yeah, G. Let's say I'm going to put the hair here. Let's say there. Rotate, rotate this way and so on. And then that way. So let's say if I want here, this bit here to be slightly different, got a kind of different shape. And so I can come up here and create a new curve, circle. Yeah. Let me just rotate here for you to see. 90. And then come up here, scale. And edit mode. I don't want that selected, guys. There you go. It's just control points. Let's say a subdivide. Oh, it didn't work. So anyway, G. Let's say I want a shape like that. I don't know. Any shape. You can do it like this. Anything. You can add points here. You can make really crazy curves, or I don't know, something. Let's put a shape like this. So if I want to change that, I have the path. So I can come here, come back to object mode, select this object, go to edit mode, come here, remove this bezier and choose the new one. There you go. It looks pretty much the same, but you know what I mean. You can come here, so then you can go back to object mode, come in this one, edit mode, and sorry. I'm just trying to see what I can add. I was trying to see where I could add some more points. Extrude. I don't seem to. See, whatever I'm doing here is changing then the head. Yeah. So if I change, so you can imagine how much you can play with this, whatever you do with this shape, right? So anyway, so you get the idea, right? I'm not going to do that because I didn't like that, but play with it, play with the shapes, play with the hair, and start adding, making your own hair, right? So I'm going to turn this off, and I'll put this one back on. That's what I did. So one by one, these were my shapes that I was using. I have 2 different shapes here. Okay guys, so that's it for this video, and yeah, I see you in the next video.